Virgo, and welcome to your February 2021 Astrology and Tarot reading. It's full moon month, Virgo. Full moon in your sign towards the end of February, and you are having a little bit of a reevaluation. Who you are, what you do, how you look, seeing how your choices are adding up. It could expose some compulsive behavior that you've been experiencing for a while, be it with food, be it with cleaning, hygiene, that type of thing. Some of that may be heightened. So make sure you're taking appropriate self-care with Uranus being there. In harmony, you can potentially liberate yourself through self-worth, through self-love, and maybe through a little bit of pampering. I think you deserve around your full moon trying a new style, trying a new wardrobe, trying a new skincare routine, whatever this is. Just pamper yourself. It doesn't even have to be new. It's just about getting back on track with the things you do that make you feel beautiful, make you feel calm, and make you feel centered. Before all that, it's time for a little bit of an evaluation in terms of the choices you're making with your fitness, with your health, with your habit, redefining your schedule, how you're coping with stress. For some of you, not so well at the moment, 7 of Wands. How you're coping with stress, how you're dealing with bad fortune, things that aren't going the way you want them to, and choosing healing. The 6th house with so much a stellium in the 6th house for you. There's so much riding on your simple choices, on your simple habits, on your simple decisions. There is a lot of big energy in your small steps, especially if you're working towards a 10 of Cups moment, a big goal, a big dream, big love. You will find that if you create a schedule for yourself, if you haven't already, if you create a new plan for yourself, some healthy new habits, the more you do this, the more your luck will pay off. With Jupiter transiting the 6th, the more good spirit that you put into your routine, into your work, the better it gets. The better it gets. But the more energy you put into your toxic or unhealthy or unhelpful habits, the worse it gets. Mercury is retrograding here, giving you a little bit of an insight into how you cope mentally when things aren't going your way or things are not going as planned. King of Pentacles, there's you. Queen of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Ace of Wands. I love it. I love it. There's a beautiful fresh energy here, a fresh start. There is a new habit for a lot of you, a new hobby, a new spark within you. Underneath we have the Devil and the 7 of Wands. For some of you, refusing help or feeling like you have to defend everything you're doing is giving you unnecessary stress in the body, and you need to find some kind of way this month through teamwork, through collaboration, through asking for help to soothe that type of energy, to conquer something that has for a long time held you back. For some of you, the Devil card can relate to alcohol, it can relate to addiction, it can relate to compulsive behavior, any of those things that are resulting in Tower moments for you. You know, because abuse always has a Tower moment. And that same logic applies to when you abuse yourself, when you abuse your body, when you abuse your mind. And more people are guilty of that than they understand, because they often think being cruel to themselves is being constructive. You're learning a lot this month about how much you abuse yourself. And if you don't, it's asking you how much you actually blame yourself when things don't go as planned, and whether or not that's constructive. So there's a real examination here going on based on your compulsivity, your choices, your everyday life. Again, there's a lot of power in the small things. Your small decisions here are adding up to here. For a lot of you, letting go of this way of believing or behaving towards yourself is the first step in finding your spark. But that doesn't mean you have to fix everything in 1 month. I mean, you have a lot of power to fix a lot of things, because that stellium in the 6th house is just riddled with this clever initiative to forging good habits, to making good decisions, to making sound decisions, to making wellness-based decisions. This whole month just screams of it. And you're the sign that is associated with the 6th house. So the more that you lean into that energy, the more you think, I'm actually weirdly comfortable in Aquarius season. But every house has a dark side. For you here, Virgo, the dark side is in what everyday activity is actually setting you back. Could be your spending, could be the things that you say about other people, could be this reoccurring thought in your mind that is nasty to yourself. With the 3 of Pentacles here in the positive position, this is where you accept help from your team, accept help from others, accept a little bit of give and take, a little bit of communication, a little bit of collaboration, working on something together. For some of you, there is a project falls into your lap in February that's going to be very healing. It's going to teach you something. It's going to give you recognition. And it's going to bring you really close to something that makes you feel excited. And I think you deserve something that's going to make you feel excited. And a lot of the times, Virgos get very excited over 6th house activities, like fitness, clean eating, organization, decluttering. A lot of you get very excited over those things. For some of you, it's putting a spark back into your life, whether it's sorting out your space, cleaning your space, decluttering, getting rid of some stuff, downsizing, or exercising, joining a running club, joining a fitness club, joining a group, connecting with friends, whatever this is. We have a lot of passion here. As I said before, Virgos can get very excited over the 6th house. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? Okay, well, receptivity has just come up. For a lot of you, as we move towards Pisces season, there is a potential for a union. There is a potential for love. There is a potential for commitment, but not in a superficial way. Not the type of relationship that burns out. There's a lot of options for that with Venus and Jupiter meeting in your 7th house. With the Journey card, you're embracing something brand new. Something that is going to set your heart on fire. For some of you, it's a decision to move, to travel, to take some kind of trip. For some of you, it's like a yoga retreat, or it's like a yoga retreat or a spiritual retreat, or you're starting a spiritual journey, a mindfulness journey that's going to be very valuable for you, very balancing, because we also have adjacent possibilities and yin and yang. So I feel like there's a decision surrounding whether or not to just go for something quite different, to go for something quite new. I think for a lot of you, the way to make that decision is to be completely honest with yourself. What does your heart want? That's okay to lean into. Maybe it's something that other people don't understand. With the Unbound card, you're releasing yourself from something here. You're releasing yourself from some past karma. You're releasing yourself from some past life karma. Ooh. Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Goodness. The Emperor. So this is very clearly for some Virgos a new relationship, but for a lot of you it seems to be a pregnancy. But that doesn't have to be a physical pregnancy. That can be birthing something in your life, like something creative, something you've worked on. For a lot of you that are in the entertainment industry, as I know some of you are, this could be a very important project where you get to shine. For some of you, for some reason, there is, and this is probably only a couple, but there's a group of 3 females in your life that are going to be very successful. But I feel like they're linked to you if you're a female. So I don't know if some of you are in a woman's group, like a group of women. You're working towards something. You're working towards creating something. There's also a lot to do with children, like in business. So like creating, it's maybe a charity thing, like working towards helping adoption agencies, or helping build for children, or helping charities that work with children. There's energy there. There's like a successful nurturing energy that's really giving back to the world, which is interesting because the 6th house is actually the house of service. So the more, Virgo, that you're putting service into the world this month, the more you're going to get back, and the more you're going to release yourself from some tricky karma, which I think is linked to a few false starts in love. So the more some of you are putting out good karma, the more you're getting back good karma, especially in terms of love, but also in terms of money. The more you're putting out there, the more you're getting back. For some of you, that the 6 of Cups, you are finding with the full moon in your sign that you are looking to the past for some answers. Interesting. And you're really healing that, especially if it was somebody you had to leave behind romantically, or somebody left in your childhood, and there's a strong fear, a strong feeling of abandonment linked there that's making you feel a bit frightened. A bit frightened that you'll never have the foundation that you want to have. You feel like it's just evaded you. You feel like it's just slipped by you. But it's never too late in life to have a new beginning of some kind. And you cannot have new beginnings without fully healing from the past. Well, not fully, but committing to it. Committing to trying and moving forward from it, because you deserve to be happy. It's making a decision for yourself that you deserve to be happy. It's sometimes the biggest block to people's healings, because they can feel very stuck and upset in past events, which should never be negated or overlooked. But it's also important to remain open to the perspective, to the prospect of happiness in the future, which I think a lot of you look like you're moving towards. But it seems to be linked to service. It seems to be linked to giving back. But with the 3 of Swords and the Ace of Cups, I do feel like a lot of you are healing from an ex. Like finally feeling better. Finally feeling like your luck is changing, or finally feeling like things are improving, which I like. There's an air sign here, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It could be making you an offer this month. When I see the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, sometimes that looks like a job offer. That's obviously for some of you, or an opportunity to make a little bit more money. I do think for many of you, there's a new relationship with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a lot of passion linked to this person. You could have been friends before, but I'm also seeing a relationship for others of you with an earth sign, especially a Taurus, or another Virgo, or a Capricorn, but especially Taurus, and especially the fire signs. I do see some of you could be really falling in love with a friend, which is interesting. I can't think what that could be astrologically though, but it may be linked to the 6th house. You might have worked with this person. So if you want a little bit more insight into the court cards, the fire signs, the earth signs, the air signs, the water signs, the extended is linked below. We go more in depth into these cards. And if this is where we say goodbye, I'll see you later. Bye.